Yeah.
Tom's amazing. He's a not only one of the most talented poets currently living and writing. He's like a champion for other poets in a way that I feel like is just so fucking rare in this world. Like he really goes the extra mile to promote other poets, to share other people's poetry. He's cultivated such a great like social media presence. So I highly recommend, if you're not following him, follow him, because again, not only is his work brilliant, but the work that he shares and cultivates and the sense of community that he creates is something that's so just like, he does it in such a real way where you can feel like the passion behind it. And I just love Tom, love his presence in the literary world. And like, if there were more Toms, the world would be a better place.
Wow, that's a glowing review for you, Tom. If you guys didn't know, Tom is he used to be a math teacher. Now he like writes instructional like books for like math, like the like when you're going to high school and you have like an algebra book, like he writes those kinds of books.
That was really beautiful, Jennifer. Thank you for that. And thank you, Tyler, for clarifying that this is all coming from the mouth of a math textbook writer. So, you know, take everything you hear with a grain of salt. Yeah, I'm going to start. I love to start readings by reading something by somebody else. And so I'm going to read one of my favorite poems that has been in Lo-Fi Mag so far. This is a poem. I don't know if it has a title. If it does, forgive me and I'm messing it up. But it's by Carmen E. Brady, and it's the top one on the lofimag.com/Carmen E. Brady page. I am not some important thing. No, not now. Will not compare myself to some forest, some city, something you want. Used to write confessionally until I ran out of things to confess. Used to write love poems until I fell in love. Anyway, today was hot. The clouds blew by. I sprayed vinegar on the weeds, another harmless act of mine that surely has 1 million consequences I will never see.
Thank you, Tom. By the way, that wasn't by Tom. That was by Carmen E. Brady.
It was.
I could go off on and on about the poem, but I'm going to let you read.
That is very cool that you could go out, because I agree. Like, you've published multiple things on Lo-Fi so far that have made me feel that way. Of like, I could just sit in that for a while, and that's a really cool thing. So thank you for making this space here tonight, and also Lo-Fi Mag and all the stuff you do, Tyler. We really appreciate it. I'm going to read a little bit from my book, Mountebank, which is out as of next week or so from Broken Sleep Books. Hooray. Very happy that that's a thing. I'm going to start by reading a poem that requires something I may or may not be able to do in real time. So let's find out. This poem is called Death or the Chromaticism of Eliot Smith. There's always the bitter tears of Petra von Kant problem. We want them to think of us more than anything else, but if they do, if they add even a layer of aragonite to the sand grain idea, they might care back. Its bags packed and off, wordless into the night. An adjudicator moon stays for a few daylight hours just to hear both sides. You can't hide a horse in a closet, the mother of a little girl quotes her on TikTok as saying. This is the reason she gives for why her horse cannot be the school pet. In the event her class actually needs to use that locked away bucket, their hands full of things to throw. I wouldn't be able to protect him. I don't want him to die. Why lie to a child when the truth is right there? All its collisions and day drinking insurance assessors pretending they remember what to do. In Alameda, Eliot sings, shuffling your deck of trick cards over everyone. Over, like the verb was lord or hang rather than shuffle. A random act you can lie about like anything. Oof. Yeah, Alameda is it. So don't ever, just like you shouldn't trust poems by a math textbook person, you also should not trust any Eliot Smith cover. Maybe that's not quite true. There's probably some good ones out there. I'm gonna read another one from this book just called Poem. The dead skunk looked like a continuation of the road stripe, and so close to the water reclamation facility, I couldn't sniff it out through all the raw, you know. The roadkill and I crew a small raft, trying to make it across the river. I have promised them beautiful stationery on the other side on which to write arrival letters to their loved ones. I don't know if it'll really be there for them, but if not, I will plane and pump the wood myself as the woodchucks look on, even if all I have is what the boat's made of. I'll read one more from this chunk of the book called just Flaw. Like a stray match at the wholesale fireworks superstore, I'm not dangerous unless struck. Like an amnesiac bird, I might be a father. Like old yellow mustard, I am a reason you're right. And like tears on your seatbelt, I am a reason your mother is right. Like fog, I am simple. Like fog, I can eat a window without making a sound. Like sound, I am a condition of theories. Like the window they surveil the world from. Like the world, I am bigger outside of the poem. Like home, I am caught in the vinegar trap, my wet wings. Like tomorrow, I'll be right there. I do two more. Let's see how we do. Since Tyler mentioned that I do math stuff, I'll read a poem with math in it. For those set theorists out there who I know are partying it up on a Friday night, this poem is called Fake Novel. Suppose A, B, and C are sets. Let little a be an element of A, little b be an element of B, and little c be an element of C. Without loss of generality, put little a, b, and C together in a garden. Tell them nothing, but let little a name a few things. Leave them alone a while. Alone here has its obvious meaning. Let the pairwise decomposition of the set of little a, little b, and little c have time to marinate. Let envy form. From the front of the garden, via the megaphone, invite little a to name little b's favorite unnamed thing. Let little a say, God, that's so messed up, I'm sorry. Let little b and little c form B and C. The next time little a tries to name something, they are surprised. The name doesn't stick. This frustrates little a, but they try not to show it, as B and C walk around silently. Their quiet is a way of being above nomenclature, over it. They glide past nameless flowers, holding hands. I'll read one more. Thank you all so much again for being here, and thank you, Tyler, for organizing this. It's a real honor to read with this group of folks who are really, really wonderful. This poem is called Afternoon. Nobody wants to do those things that siphon air slowly out of the palace. The dandelions are sparse enough they look like watchmen, strategically positioned so they can be jealous of every tree. I've been eating the expired chocolate bars and just had my first vision. Someone I knew from high school, someone I desperately wanted to love me, polishing doorknobs. Emerald reasoning is succor to most wheels this life sees greased, but I have a soft spot for the sapphire, how it can play wind or sea convincingly. My bullet hole, when I compare it with others, doesn't even seem that serious. Time to just lay here, unexceptional. Please mark my grave with something that will wash away at the first rain.